Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So if I could just have a few minutes of your time, and I'm going to try to do this because I'm all mic'd up. So if I fall, somebody come catch me. Well, I want to start you off on a story. And if you can, just go with me on this story. I'm going to do a lot of turning because I like to see eyes and I like to see you all's faces. So I'm going to be doing a lot of turning because I like to connect with you. I think the connection part is the most powerful part that you can have in anything that you do in life, is you make good connections. If your connections are good, then everything else that you do in life is going to be predicated on that. So you all are in this room because of the connections. You guys are in this room because of things that you want to accomplish and things that you want to achieve and things that you have set for yourself, visions, and you have goals and you have aspirations and you have dreams and you're trying to achieve those things. But it all started with one connection. It started with somebody probably saying, hey, I think that you should go hear this or see that or do this. I think that you may have something inside of you that you probably don't know that's inside of yourself. And you probably heard from a friend that knew a friend that knew a friend, but it all pointed back to one particular person that was putting this on, and it was all through connections. So the title of this says, who are you? And so what I want you to understand is, it's very important to know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, then I'll tell you this, the world is going to tell you who you are. And once they tell you who you are, now you're all discombobulated because now you have no real identity of who you are. So the message of this and the title of this is, who are you? A diamond in the rough. And I'll take you on a little journey just here for a second. There's a little girl in a small town called Bolton, Mississippi. And this little girl had dreams and aspirations, and she had a vision, and she had, she was motivated by something, but whatever the something was, she had no clue that she was going to get there. Maybe not get there, but maybe get there. But she had dreams and she had visions and she had a goal, and she understood that there was something better, something that's unimaginable, something that's impossible, that's out there that she can achieve. But had she not went down the path that she went down, she would not have understood what dedication means. She wouldn't have understood what motivation means. She wouldn't have understood what persevering means, enduring. She wouldn't have understood what it means to have faith, what it means to be hopeful. She would not have understood what it meant to just have true compassion. And had she not made connections along the way, she would not have understood who she was and who she was soon going to become. See, this little girl had nothing. This little girl was, inside of her house was crumbling down, but outside was beautiful. This little girl had two people that truly believed and truly had faith and truly believed in hope and understood that one day something would come forth. One day something would transpire. One day something would transform, and maybe, just maybe, her mind would click. Just maybe. But it all started with connections. See, the place that this little girl came from, it was dusty, one street light, it's a small town, but the town is so loving. It's a small town, but the town is so wonderful. It's a small town, but the town is so small. But it's a small town that has a lot of connections and a lot of people that believe, that understands that there's one thing that you can do, is that to depend on each other. It's going to be through your connections. That little girl had to figure out who she was. That little girl had to get up every single day, take a hose pipe, water the dirt that you see here down so that the dirt would not flare up. That little girl had to go over cement that was in the way of her trying to get to her dreams. That little girl was running so fast down the hill because mommy had came outside, and she was running so fast down the hill, and the hill was dirt, and as she was going, she tripped over a rock, a stump, and she cut her knee. And that little girl was so happy, but her knee was bleeding, but she was so happy just to get to her mom. And that little girl was just trying to figure out, but the only thing I was trying to do was get to my destination. But my destination had a bump in the road. And because that bump was there, something tried to stop that little girl. See, that little girl had all the excuses in the world. That little girl had all of the things that she could say, I can't do this, I won't do that, I won't be able to do this. Parents don't have this, money's not there, we don't have a car. I mean, there's so much going on that's not right that the little girl sees all these other people that have something. She's going to school, she's having on some Family Dollar shoes, right? You hit the bottom and they light up. This little girl had that on. And I mean, it was so amazing to see because she was still maneuvering and she was still trying to go. And then one day this little girl decided that, hey, I'm going to write something down because if I make my vision clear, then there's absolutely nothing that the world can tell me, because you know what? That little girl was already being hit in the face from the things that were going on around her. That little girl was already stuck in a situation from the things going on around her. That little girl already had so many obstacles beside her because of things that were going on around her. See, she had nothing. She was poor. That little girl had faith. That little girl had a vision. That little girl had a dream. That little girl saw herself going so far. That little girl heard how the kids bullied her. That little girl heard how she just went home sometime and cried in her corner. That little girl heard her dad saying, don't worry about it, baby. It's going to be all right. Don't worry about it, baby. Keep pushing. Don't worry about it, baby. One day things are going to happen. Don't worry about it, baby. Keep going. That little girl heard when her mother prayed for her. That little girl heard when her mother was saying, there's something greater out there. There's a God that we serve that's truly going to show himself strong, but you have to keep the faith. That little girl believed so much in those words. That little girl understood that there was something out there better, something out there that was way more connecting, something out there that was going to turn that little girl's life around. And the one thing that she remembered was, don't worry about it, baby. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You'll make it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. It's something else out there better for you. That little girl wrote down a vision. She wrote down goals. She wrote down things that she wanted to accomplish. The first thing she wrote down was to graduate from high school. The second thing she wrote down was she wanted to become the first Mississippi All-American basketball player to play in the McDonald's All-American game. The third thing she wrote down was she wanted to achieve some goals. And the fourth thing, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the 10th thing she wrote down. She wanted to achieve a lot. That little girl achieved everything that was on that sheet that she wrote down. She achieved it. And that little girl had so many obstacles coming against her. And I'll tell you this. Can you imagine this little girl seeing her father laying there after having a motorcycle accident, and people saying that her father is not going to be able to walk again. Her father's not going to be able to just go outside and play and just do things with you. I mean, her father was lame, just laying there, couldn't do anything. And the doctor said that he was not going to walk again. And the tears that was coming down her face was so drastic. I mean, she's looking at her father and saying, how can this be? Why is this happening? But I'll tell you this, the little girl saw something. The little girl saw something. The little girl saw something, and she believed in something. See, it wasn't just about the situation. It wasn't about what was happening right then. It was more about the vision and the dream that was going to transpire later on in life. It was more about the future. So I'm here to tell you that that little girl that had to endure so much, that came from nothing, that little girl that had to endure so much that the impossible was right in her face, that little girl that didn't even have a car, family had to walk to the store, that little girl that was trying to figure out who in the world is she going to be, that little girl, my friend, is me. That little girl is me. Now I'll open you with this. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. You determine what you can do. If you allow fear, if you allow doubt, if you allow unbelief, if you allow all the words in the world to determine who you are and you don't know who you are, I'm telling you, the world is going to make you into somebody that is not you, and you're going to be thinking that that's you because of the mindset and because of all of the words that have come on you. Now you have taken yourself and you've said, I'm not beautiful. I'm not going to amount to anything. I don't have this because my family don't have it. I don't have all the riches in the world. This girl has on nice shoes. She has on nice clothes. They ride in this car. They have a big house. It doesn't matter about what they have. What matters is your journey to getting what you have. That's what matters. See, perseverance, endurance, patience, and waiting on your moment and your time, those things matter. When it's your opportunity, guess what's going to happen? You're going to reap the benefits because you've put in some hard work. You're going to reap the benefits because you've decided that you would like to take a stand on who you are. You're going to reap the benefits because you have said to yourself, you've looked yourself in the mirror and you've said, I can, I will succeed. See, you have a vision that's surpassing all your understandings. You have a vision that is so clear. You have a vision that is so bright. You have a vision of excellence. And the only thing you have to do is look deep inside of yourself. I'm here to tell you, my friends, that there's a certain amount of people in the world, and this is based out of 100%. There are the people that are hard workers. There are the people that are line straddlers. And then you have the ones that are let others do it for them. I don't understand the let others do it for them type person, because what I personally believe that if I don't have faith, then I don't have actions. And I believe that if I don't have faith to do something, then I believe that I'll have a stump in front of me. I'll have a mountain that I cannot move. But because I have faith and belief, and because I have put my first foot forward to knock down a wall that people said I wasn't going to ever be able to mount to, because I've looked at myself and I've said, hey, I can do this. That's the reason why you're able to persevere. That's why you're able to push past anything that's standing in your way. See, there's a bunch of eyes in this room right now. It's a bunch of eyes, like eyes, in this room. A bunch of them. I can't count them up. There's a lot of you guys in the room, right? Do it times 2, right? There's a bunch of you in the room, okay? And all the eyes that you see, you have 2 of them for a reason. If one closed, you can still see out of the other. There's nothing that you have on your body that won't help you function because you have 2 of them. If you lose one arm, you still have another arm to do something. If you lose one leg, you still have another leg to jump around. I know that may sound a little weird, but you still have, another thing to do. If you lose one ear, you still have another ear to listen. It was put there for a reason, because if one thing stopped, there's something else that can push you through. If one thing doesn't go, there's something else that can push you through. See, you don't stop at just because something got cut off. You don't stop at because there's a roadblock. You push yourself through, and you don't allow the let them do it people push you. See, if I was you, I would want to be in the first group and not the third group. There's a lot of line straddlers. You want to know why? Because there's some misconceptions on what's real, what's not real, what's good, what's not good. Who determines what's good for you? Who determines that? You determine that. You determine what your future's going to be. You determine what you're going to do next. You determine that. And if you don't determine that, then I'm telling you, there's going to be so many people that's going to determine it for you. So I'll tell you this. Look yourself in the mirror every single day and say to yourself, I will succeed. There's a vision surpassing excellence. that I have to achieve and I have to get there to it. But I can't get there if I keep hearing I can't, I won't, never succeed. I can't get there if I never put my first foot forward. I can't get there if there's a mountain that's standing in my way. I can't get there if there's people saying that I can't be, I won't be, I will never be. I cannot get there. That word is so defeating. And the thing is, you don't want words to defeat you. Words have life. Words have legs. Words move. But I do know this, that life and death are in the power of your tongue. And anything that you will say will determine your next step. Anything that you do will determine your next step. Don't let words stop you. Don't let words stop you. I'm telling you, you know, one thing that I'm very grateful for, there's a lot of things, but particularly this one. I'd written down on my vision board when I was younger that I wanted my jersey to be retired. And I had no idea if that was going to be possible. I had no idea if that was going to be a reality. I just knew that it was truly impossible. I knew that because most people don't get that opportunity. And I'm telling you, I worked my butt off to make that happen. There was a lot of work, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of passion, a lot of nights training. But I'm telling you, a lot of that came from where I came from. There was a push for that. And one day I got the call that there would be a ceremony for my jersey to get retired in my school that I'm extremely proud of, Callaway High School. Callaway High School. I can walk back now and see my jersey standing up there, or hanging up there for that matter. I can walk back and see that. See, I'm not looking at it for my own self-motivation. I'm not looking at it to glorify myself and say, man, I did that, I did that, I did that. I'm looking at it because I know the people that fought with me every single day. I know the coaches that stayed up every single day, and I know the teachers that believed in me every single day. There was one teacher in my class, and I'm telling you, she made me sit in the front of the class every single time I came into a room. My desk was right in front of her. It was my English teacher, Miss Stevenson. And I did not want to sit there because I wanted to be with my friends. But she would say, what? And I would always say, you know, what's it going? Why I got to sit up here? Can I not sit in the back with my friends? Nope. Why not sit here? See, the connections. If it had not been for a teacher such as her to tell me, I believe in you, this is where you need to sit because I don't want you to be with distractions. You need to sit here every single day. It was practice. It was me doing something every single day to work to my destiny. Yes, there was a resist in me because I was a child and I thought it was cool to hang with people that you know, probably didn't have a lot going or maybe didn't see themselves at that particular time going somewhere, but she saw something in me that I did not see in myself. She saw something inside of me that I didn't think other people saw. In an English class, she saw that I could have been. I didn't see that. What I saw was I didn't want to read another Beowulf. I didn't want to read another book. I didn't want to read another poem. I did not want to recite another thing. I was so ready to go, but she said to me, this class is going to change your life for the rest of your life. And if you understand, it's not about Beowulf. It's not about reading all the books and reciting all the poems. It's not about, you know, sitting with your friends and hanging out and being cool. It's not about going to the parties, and it's not about walking down the halls with whomever. It's not about those things. What it's about is the principles of being obedient, and it's about you understanding that you can do something. It's about you believing in yourself. It's about you expressing who you are. It's about these characteristics. better yourself, encourage yourself, love yourself, inspire yourself, educate yourself, validate yourself, energize yourself. It's about those things because she believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. When my mother and my father were not around to say, hey, keep going, keep pushing. Don't you stop doing that. Keep doing your homework. See, she believed in me. She believed. And it was at that moment at Callaway High School where I found out what my true calling was. You never know the connection that is going to be placed in your life to get you to the next stage of your life. You never know who is going to help you understand who you are. You never know. And I'm telling you, I had a ton of teachers that were very encouraging, that didn't let me fall, that didn't let me waver. I had a ton of teachers. I had a ton of janitors, and I had a ton of ladies that worked in the cafeteria. And now you guys have this fancy name for them. It's like the dining commons or something, right? But we called it the cafeteria, and the food was great. We had this pizza. I put like ketchup on top of it with the fries. Like, it was delicious. We had like this red fruit punch juice that was like 35 cents. I think now it's $1, right? I mean, high school for me was really cool because I had an opportunity to make some strong connections with people that otherwise, if I had not have been in this place, I don't know if I had have met them. Who you meet is going to help change who you are. The right people, the right connections. It'll help you understand who you are. There's some people that are going to come into your life that are not going to be good fruit for you. There's some people that are going to come into your life that are not going to help lead you on the right path. There's some people that are going to come into your life that are going to be good fruit. There's some people that are going to come into your life that are going to help you get on the right path. There's some people that are going to not let you fail. There are some people that are going to tell you that you can do it. You can amount to something. Don't look at your circumstance. Don't look at what's going on around you. Look forward. Keep your eyes going. Understand that there's something out there greater for you. Your desire is much stronger. Your dedication should be stronger. Understand that you have what it takes. Just keep pushing. I know that there's a lot coming against you, but don't stop. Don't quit. Just keep pushing. And when you find that person in your life, hold on to them. Don't let them go, because that person was planted there to get you to the next level. And I love this quote. This says, "Be that girl who wakes up with purpose and intent. Be that girl who shows up and never gives up. Be that girl who believes anything is possible and is willing to work for it." Be that girl. Be that girl. Be that girl. I know some of you probably don't believe in yourself right now. I know some of you are probably saying to yourself, I can't be that girl. I know that some of you are probably saying, there's so much going on in my life right now. See, you don't get it. You don't understand. I know there's a lot of you in this room that are probably saying, well, this weekend, it's going cool, but I don't see myself going any further in this. I know you're probably saying to yourself, I'm not going to really amount to that much. I know that's what you're probably saying to yourself, and you're probably looking at yourself and saying, I'm not that pretty. I'm not that beautiful. And you're probably saying, I don't have all of these things, all the I can't, I won't, I'll never do. You're probably saying those things to yourself, but I'll tell you this. There's a girl that's standing here right now in front of you that had so many walls up in front of them, that had so many mountains that I had to bust down through, that had so many no's, that had so many you can't do this, that had so many you'll never do this. But I can tell you one thing. I had faith, and I had people that truly believed in me, and I had people that wanted to push me to the next level. And because I allowed them to get into my life, because I opened up the door, my heart, and I opened up something that was probably closed, because I allowed those things to happen, it moved me to my next level. It moved me to the next level. And I'll tell you this, whatever you say, you make sure that you speak life words. Whatever you do, you make sure that you have life-minded understanding. Whatever you do, you make sure that you don't let anybody say that you can't do something. Whatever you do, you make sure that you bust through the wall, because I know of a little small seed that can take you places that you've probably never been before. I know a little small seed that has a root that is so great, that's so thick, that's so powerful. I know a small seed that can bring a lot of fruit. I know a small seed that can take you places that you've never, ever dreamed of in your whole entire life. It's the seed of faith. It's the seed of belief. It's the seed of connections with the right people. And I'm telling you this, if you connect with an open heart and you allow yourself to believe, that's a thought. You allow yourself to understand that you are beautiful. You allow yourself to understand that you will be successful. You allow yourself to understand that nobody can stop you. You allow yourself to understand that I don't care what people say about me. I can do it, and I will do it. You tell yourself that. And I promise you, once you start to put those words in your mind, it'll transform it. And you know what'll happen after that? You'll start thinking that way. And you know what'll happen after that? You'll start moving that way. And you know what'll happen after that? You'll start stepping into something that you're like, oh my God, this was impossible. And you know what'll happen after that? You'll find yourself in Stara Zagora. Where is that? That's in Bulgaria. I had no clue what that was. My agent calls me on the phone and she says, hey, okay, you're going to Stara Zagora. I said, where? You cannot spin the globe fast enough to find where that is. You have to take out the iPhone and you have to move it and open it up some more so that you can actually find out what Stara Zagora is. I'm not going to ask you what country that's in. I'm going to tell you because you probably don't know. That's in Bulgaria. Spin on the globe again. You probably can't find Bulgaria. But see, I know someone that planted me there for a reason and a purpose. And it changed my life forever. And because I was planted there in Stara Zagora, and because I was planted in Sofia, Bulgaria, I was able to meet Miss Julia's husband. See, this thing is so powerful, guys. It's all about your connections and who you know. It's all about the connections. You may go places that you have no clue of. I truly had no clue of that. It allowed me to meet her husband at an event that I was speaking at. At that moment, it was someone in the crowd from Stara Zagora, Bulgaria. And I was like, I thought I would never see anybody else from Stara Zagora, Bulgaria. I thought I would never see anyone else. No way could there be someone from Stara Zagora, Bulgaria in Mississippi. Not happening. Not on a long shot did I think that was going to happen. I did not think that. But when he approached me after the show, I knew then that it had to have been divine. I knew then that it had to have been because of the connection. I knew then that I had a purpose, and my purpose was to go there to meet him so that I can meet her and so that I can have this opportunity to speak to you. Guys, it's not about me. What it's truly about are the words that I have spoken. It's truly about you believing in yourself. It's truly about you accomplishing something. It's truly about you understanding that you can make it, that you will succeed. It's truly about you believing in your words because those words have fruit. It is truly about you understanding that your vision can surpass excellence. It's truly about you believing. That is so strongly. I can't stress it enough, especially to young ladies, because you all have something that is going to be powerful. You have girl power. You have something that other people don't have. You have something that other people wish they had. You have the power that's inside of you to move things, shape things, do things. You have the power to knock down the impossible. You have the power to kick through the things that are unseen. You have the power to move, and it's up to you what you want to do with that power. It's up to you. I was just a little girl from a small town that used every single thing I had as momentum. every single thing I had. There was not one thing that was going to stop me. Not one thing, because I believed. You believe. There's not one thing that was going to make me shift and change who I was going to be. I knew the power that I had as a little girl, but it was that connection. My teacher had to help bring that potential out of me. My teacher had to help me see. And I'm telling you, she didn't just help me. She helped others see too. She helped others. My teacher, Miss Stevenson, if you asked all of Callaway kids, plus the generation before that, my generation, right? Plus the generation before that, probably plus times what, 5? Back to the 80s? See, if you, I mean, look how many lives this lady has touched because she was planted in a specific spot to make connections. You guys, you're not here just because. You're here by divine purpose. You're here because you were appointed. You're here because you were predestined to be here at this moment in time. Nothing in this whole entire world just happens. Nothing just happens. Everything that happens for a purpose and a reason. Nothing just happens. And you know what happens? It all works out for your good. So you know what you have to do? Have that girl power. Put your girl cap on. You put your crown on. And you dress yourself up so beautifully. And you make sure that you look yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I can, I will succeed. And you make sure that you say to yourself that there's nothing going to stop me today. You make sure when you step up, you put the first foot forward. You make sure when you wake up in the morning, you tell yourself that today is my day. You make sure that when you put your clothes on, you say to yourself, I am going to be successful. You make sure that you tell yourself there's nobody in this world that's going to stop me. You make sure you tell yourself, I know who I am. You make sure that you tell yourself that I will succeed and get to the next level. You make sure that you tell that mountain that's stepping in front of you that you will not be able to stop me. You make sure that you push yourself and you keep going, because the only thing that's going to motivate you and make you more stronger than what you are is yourself. Your words have fruit. Your words have power. Your words have faith. Your words have legs. And if you don't allow your words to do the walking, then you're going to let somebody else do the talking. And I'll tell you this. You have girl power. And your power is strong. Your power is strong. I want you to know this. And I want you to understand, and I want you to believe me. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. You will make it. You will be successful. You will amount to something. I believe that. I believe that. Now, the key thing is, do you believe that? Do me a favor, everyone stand up. Now, I know that, we're kind of, you guys have probably been tired and kind of, had a long day, right? Here's an opportunity that you get to release some of that and let it out. We're going to say this 3 times. First time we're going to go, I can, I will succeed. Okay? That's the first time. All right? And I'm sure that it's probably going to sound, I can, I will succeed, because you're looking around at your other friends, and you're looking around at the people that's standing next to you, and you're looking around trying to see if the next person is going to, kind of See, you're looking around at the next person, and the whole thing was, you see, I didn't do that. I looked forward at my vision and my journey so that I could get to my destination, because I knew that it was something out there better for me to do, because I knew that the person beside me probably did not have the same vision that I had. But I knew this. I knew that I would succeed. I knew that I can, and I will succeed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, I can, I will succeed. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I can, I will succeed. That was good. That was okay. All right. All right. Now, this time we should get a little bit louder. So I'm going to say it again. 1, 2, 3. I can, I will succeed. That's good. Okay. I want you to say it as loud as you can say it, okay? 1, 2, 3. I can, I will succeed. All right. That was okay, because you didn't say it how you really meant it. You said it how you wanted to say it. That was how you wanted to say it. Is that right? That's right. That's how you wanted to say it. That was how you wanted to say it. Now, when I want to succeed as bad as I want to breathe, I heard a motivational speaker say that, and it stuck with me. I love that. But now I'm going to say this. If I want to succeed as much as I want my faith to perceive me, then I'm going to say it like this. I can, I will succeed. Yeah. See, I want my faith to do the walking for me. And I don't want my words to just do the talking. All right, so now we're going to do this one more time. And I want you to say it like you truly mean it. I want you to say it like you truly mean it. I want you to be so fired up when you say this, because remember, your words have fruit. So I want you to say this like you truly mean it. If someone walked in here right now and said, I want you to say, I can, I will succeed for $1 million, how would you say it? 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much.